the last time I was even home, we were home for
We were home
12
together.
hours, 12 hours.
Yeah.
Wasn't much time for anything, really, let alone that.
Well, we did some laundry, and now Henry's still wearing damp clothes.
I apologize for any smells here. Both of these came out of the laundry. I took them in a suitcase for 20 hours, soaking wet. So then just
Alex
dried.
was really good at doing laundry.
All right, let's get this one away, boys. Mousesports starting on the T side here, and their
second
map
map.
choice, and well, pressure will be applied on long.
We're off.
Volda, he drops back towards the car position here. He's going to duck on down and hope that teammates can bait for him. Flash will come on through here, and that's going to dissuade his coverers. Crichet's going to be making his way up. Eyes on that car position, knows what could happen. The flash will come out, and the opening kill now for OG.
Big, Dad. It's absolutely monumental at this point. We'll see a couple make it. 3 frags come through. OG looking strong as Mousesports will fight back. 2-on-2. All of a sudden, Sean, you've got to be excited about this one.
Yeah, I think NBK and Montu are kind of overcommitted there. He pushed down long A, NBK pushing in mid, made it in 2v2.
But Issa, he's containing right now, and well, he doesn't know that they've all left the long position. Carrigan with the USP in hand, and the bomb will be ducking over towards B, and Frozen, he's cut off the rotation here. This is textbook Counter-Strike here from the Mousesports side.
Guaranteeing themselves a plan at this stage. A very difficult retake ahead of them. One player toward the long doors, one at CT spawn, and as we said, it's going to be down to Frozen here to shut down the rotation.
They don't
even know where it is, Chad. They're all over the place.
Well, don't they look a little bit silly right now as Alexi B, he's put the pieces of the puzzle together, but he has to get past Frozen, playing over towards the Xbox.
Ooh, he's got a sneak past at least. So for now,
Footsteps
Frozen will go for
made.
the backstab sort of play here. Issa needs to be very careful and cognizant of the possibility. They can't
There's
really...
a kit, though.
Oh, there is. So Carrigan just trying to stay alive at this point.
That's all he needed. That's all he needed.
Wait. Oh, maybe too much.
The kit?
Should be enough, right?
I think he's got it.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight like a twogger.
I think he's got it.
Got it.
I think he's got it. Yeah.
Everyone
Never
relax.
doubt.
Calm down.
I would have liked a bit more aggro there from Frozen. You know, like the fact that you could have taken...
He
just
should have
initial
tried to
entry.
slow them on the cross,
yeah,
right?
Just, even if you go down, if you can probably fight for 3 or 4 seconds
But
just to get Carrigan information.
there was only audible on one player, right? So there could have also been the flank through Dark. So I guess... No, but then definitely he should have been taking the aggro because Carrigan has to watch tunnels as well.
Lower B, right? So like, he could already confirm that wasn't happening. Like the bomb's like half cut at that point.
It doesn't matter though, Henry. They lose pistol and they have an SG. So these odds on the screen
brought to you by Betway.com
in favor of the Mousesports side, which after map 1 does make sense.
This is Mousesports' pick.
Of course.
2 SGs on the second round after losing pistol.
Which team won the pistol, guys?
4 sniper rifles in a way.
Why even have pistol rounds? Why are we starting with $800? Let's just start with...
All right, go speak to the production team. Let's just change the format. Let's get rid of it.
If we talk to the players, can we do CGS rules?
They would all be up for it, I think.
Well, we have a lot of fans here of Henry. All the players are massive fans of Henry and mine from the CGS days. They come up and ask for autographs all the time. They can't believe we lived through it. Little do they always ask about how the player party was, Henry, with Kim Kardashian there before she was properly famous.
That's
we were in Burbank. Kim Kardashian before she was famous. I'm not even joking.
I never even saw that.
I was there.
I wasn't invited.
Well, you weren't there?
No.
Oh dear. All right.
Oh dear. Missed out on that.
Sorry, guys.
That's a sensitive subject.
Yeah. Well, Kimmy K was there, and and there was like a whole bunch of like D-list Disney celebrities there, and Huck, who was one of the guys in my team. Anyway,
Good lad.
We'll save that.
What was he up to? He was friendly with them?
Yeah, very friendly.
Very friendly.
Very friendly.
Well, sometimes you can be too friendly. It can lead to certain situations.
Regrettable.
We've all been in them before.
Yeah.
Some more than others, admittedly. But...
Am I one of those some?
Yeah, well, I think we both are. I don't think I can be sitting here with a straight face and say I've haven't scored any own goals in my time.
Sean's the only one here who's like actually got his life together.
Yeah, out of all of us, like Jason sort of have as well. Like
no, Jason's pretending.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Sort of. You know, it's not like we all know he's not normal, but
he has to cast with Anders, so like.
Your mind's gonna be all over.
He also lives in Michigan.
That is a problem as well. So Sean actually hates people from Michigan. Sean, do you want to get into that?
Sean, why do you hate people from Michigan?
It's a little bit too close to like the Great Lakes, too close to Canada. You might as well just be Canadian at that point.
And Sean hates Canadians.
Yeah, that's also something I didn't want to bring up myself. But
well, that explains how he's at this event and one of the Canadians isn't. So.
Well, there was a bit of a, I don't want to say it, the word, so the buzzword that's being thrown around right now. Something from underneath.
Below.
Yeah. But for now.
So these are okay. So these are the rounds that are the most scary rounds in the entire game, right? The investment right now from Mousesports is low. They get the opening kill. They're unable to get that gun, but let's say they got that gun in a position that they could. You put an M4 or a rifle in the hands of Rops or Frozen in a mid round like this, They'll win it for you. They'll get it
Oh,
done.
it's gonna
I'm
be
getting nervous right now.
overwhelmed.
Oh, they got the
He's
gun!
not looking.
Oh my.
I don't know how he didn't realize. There was a lot of audible cues, but it looks like it might be recoverable. Indeed it is. Just going to be the Glock remaining here.
Good plant.
Yeah, decent plant. Considering got 2 frags there, and that weapon picked up as well for it to go a little bit further, but still 3-0 for OG.
Yep.
Dust 2 looking a bit more favorable for them.
So let's do this as well. What I think we should, because knowing the players, we know that Valde is a good like rock player, right? You put him in a position, he's good for 2. I think Issa, he's probably another one you want to be like, you sit him down and let him just frag out, and then maybe have MBK and Alexi B as your more flexible players, setting up the other 2, and then Mantu rotating around with the AWP, right? On Mirage, we saw Alexi B doing some secondary AWPing on their CT side, so I'm going to be curious to see, oh, Issa's picking it up here, so they might try and be relatively flexible, maybe in a similar vein to like Liquid, you know, because a lot of people can AWP for utility. You don't have to be a star AWPer to AWP on the CT side. You're just locking down zones.
Well, here we go then. First real gun rounds. Kriegs are out. The double AWP set up on the CT side. Issa coming in here. And with Carrigan going through the motions towards short. mousesports, after winning the first map 16-8, looking to find out 2-0. Remember, every map you win as well, it's another $1,500 in the bank. So that's always going to be
No
quite
map
nice.
is meaningless.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even when you advance through, you should be fighting.
Yeah,
for the
that's
free
to kind of avoid. Sometimes we have a blast. Sometimes, you know, the fact
Yeah.
we get those games at the end, it just mean nothing. It's just like, well, we're here for fun. It's going to be a good time. And at this stage, all slow, very methodical so far, and 3 players towards shore. Looks like some sort of execution potentially on the T side, trying to remove that double or prospect, as we'll see the initial smoke thrown towards shore, take that vision away.
You can one way off that
You
one
can
as
one
well,
way
I
in the
believe,
corner
yeah.
of it. The thing is, like, you could, but now everyone's so aware of it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it just gets
like,
spammed.
doesn't really do much for you.
So this situation where he's jumped up towards Gandalf here is good if an execute comes
I love
on
this
in.
spot these days.
So good.
It
Play
hasn't ever been
anti-flash
used
like
before.
this.
Yeah, like now it's just like this year. So
It's only with that rail smoke up that it's strong, though.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's like the T's throwing that actually helps you
Yeah.
out.
See, like, here's another situation though, right? They threw that execute, but they didn't feel the need to rush it. They actually let the CTs make the mistake, and right now, Frozen makes... Yeah, there you go. That's the round. So, at this point, with the damage that they did, they got 2 kills before. It should still be... They should... 3 players can buy? 2 players can buy.
So when I watch OG right now, they have really good opening protocols, opening setups, like that pissed around with the flash setup at car.
Yep.
But it's like the mid-game communication situations. Like, it looked like they got completely outplayed in that 2-on-2. And even the 4-on-2 leading up to that. They're making mistakes in those stages of the rounds.
Well, you made a good point coming into this one. Not a lot of these players have been English-speaking teams before. Right? This is
Yeah.
going to be a learning curve in itself. Sure, they can practice when the pressure's really on and things are falling apart a little bit. They're frantic. You haven't played a LAN with each other before. Like, you can understand how those kind of really high-octane moments can fall apart. But
So, Chris J's basically been doing it his entire career, right?
Yeah.
Carrigan did it for a long time with FaZe. Obviously, Woxic, who's not here, did it for a decent period of time in HR. Issa is the only one on the other side of things who's done a lot of native English speaking within a team, right? Oh, I love the dry swing on long here. Okay.
Oh,
well,
my goodness.
how do the SGs lose to that?
I have no idea.
SG should never be losing that fight.
Got
That's
2 M4 frags across the map.
Valde just destroying them.
getting it done.
If NATO can live here...
Yeah.
See, there's no rush again. Oh, okay.
Down he goes, the
Yikes.
wall bang. And now Rob's here. He is.
Can you smell it?
Very good. I don't think I do right now.
Yeah.
He's been surrounded as OG pull another one back. 4-1 on the TT side.
That was all on Valde. So,
I
like,
can't even believe that.
but that swing on long that they did with the SGs, they should be winning that every day of the week, right? Like,
Yeah.
even if the CTs know it's coming, because they're taking a right-eye peek, they're the ones dictating when they swing on out, and they have the better gun for that range. They should have been winning that kind of fight right there. And people go, why didn't they smoke it, et cetera, et cetera.
that was the play.
Yeah,
They
the
made
play
the right
was
play.
to take that fight,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, because when you're playing, for viewers at home, when you're playing against a lower buy and there's pistols on board, if you do the CT smokes, you've now given yourself an element
chance.
of the unknown, right?
Yeah.
Because if, say, someone with a CZ, they get a perfect pulp flash, they push through, they get 2 kills, now you have to mitigate that issue, the rotations are coming in, more pressure's being applied. If you take the fight, you're deciding kind of where the battle's going down.
So the reason why I used to call that all the time when I called on Dust 2. So the reason being is because you take long control, right? You have a B lurker.
Yep.
So you know 2 people are on the B side of the map. They have to be aware of Cat. So that's a 3rd guy watching Cat. Probably the 4th guy is watching Cat as well. So 1 guy's watching long, and you just 3 dry cross and try to get that fight. But you have to have the right presence around the map, and they did.
Yeah.
It's just Valde destroyed them.
Yeah, that must have been some big shots from him.
Yeah, very well controlled, and they continue the pace into this next round. It's going to be a 4-on-2. It's going to be the Krieg and the AWP, but Frozen and Co. will have to reposition. reevaluate their options here. Back to where it all began. T-Spawn, Chad.
How do we see, like, because obviously this is the first everyone's seeing of OG, right? What level of Counter-Strike do these players have to hit to be competitive, right? Because Valde will have to hit his peak level when he was playing in, like, Heroic and when he first came over to North. Like,
there's so much hype around him then, right?
He was sick then, right?
Yeah.
Like, he was doing everything. So he has to play at that level, and Issa has to realize his next level. Like, when he was comboed up with Woxic, they were a good combo. Like, the rifler aggression and the all.
Yeah.
But
Look,
he needs to be top-notch.
I said I wasn't a believer. I'm a believer now.
Okay.
After the first map
and
then this map, they have the early round structure to be really good. And probably after this tournament, because they'll be like boot camping the whole time in their practice room, I think their communication will be good enough in mid-round to actually be like a top, 12-ish team.
Well,
okay.
And then from then, it's only upward.
I think, like, I wouldn't put them in the realms too early. I could say they could get like a top 20 spot with ease, but then climbing that is going to be really difficult.
Well,
yeah, I'm not saying top 5. I'm not saying
calling
top 5.
after one map they lost 16-8. He's like, that's it. I've seen enough.
I've seen enough.
They're top 5.
Give
It's
them,
like,
I'll give them a top 12.
Shouldn't that be where? So let's think of, like, if you think about the strengths of Alexi, is the fact that he was part of the team of the fundamental base that is what got the groundswell around Ents. Because I remember going into that major, and I did some content for Ents, and they asked questions. I said, yeah, look, this team is exciting because they play fundamentally sound Counter-Strike, and that's what we want. You know, they're not just a brawly team. They actually have a really good base, and that's where the excitement comes from. And then their individuals stepped up within the realms of that tournament. So Alexi, if he does all exactly like what we're seeing right now, and is what Sean's saying, the protocols, everything being on the lock early, in theory, that's the easiest stuff to do, right?
Yeah.
It's then how you react in the mid rounds.
That's when you need the experience and working how to play with each other, like especially in like the tighter scenarios. And you have like 2-on-2s and like try to work out how you communicate, what kind of a pressure you're going to apply, and sort of aggression as well. They're to learn as this tournament goes on. It's definitely a good tournament to like get into the swing of things. Lots of maps, lots of best of ones as well, and so you can actually get rid of the maps you really don't want to play. Don't have to float anything. It's going to be a bit uncomfortable. This is a really good environment to kind of see what's going on.
This is the perfect environment because if they were to play like Astralis,
best of 3 to kick things up. You got to play
or like
Fnatic
mid-gaming the hell out of them the entire time. It's just, this is what they need, to kick things off.
And this is a very good start, right? This is mousesports pick. Oh,
that you work on that. That's the kind of stuff you can kind of refine. The boost up towards short. It's a technical move.
You only need to talk about that once. Right? You only talk about that once.
Yeah, just like, guys,
Look,
just never that.
I haven't really played Dust 2 in a while with you, Henry, but you're the type of guy that would cut me off and take the cat boost.
Well, the star player always goes first, Sean. You know that. And if you've got a firepower like mine available, Chad will tell you, like, you want to make sure he's up there first.
Ever since you won that award, I
that award. What award was it?
What
Sean?
award again?
What award was that?
Something about being the best caster and all.
Not even just CSGO, right?
Just the world.
Just generally.
Just any sport.
Can you imagine my life?
Any broadcasting medium, really.
This is my life, right? What award did Alex win? Was it Broadcaster of the Year?
Yeah, but that was like kind of the clown award, That's
so Alex won Broadcaster of the Year 2 years ago or something, and Henry's now won Caster of the Year, and I have to live with both of them. The ego going around that house.
There is a pecking order in the house. There's like a kind of hierarchy.
No, the pecking order goes, Alex has to take the fucking bins out. If he doesn't take the bins out,
doesn't seem to be working.
It doesn't seem to be working, does it?
I did hear that Henry had like duplicates made, so that way he could put them all around the house.
Every room of the house, the bathroom, the kitchen,
the soap canisters.
Henry makes us when he enters every room stop what we're doing and look at him and give him a round of applause. So
sometimes like you guys are lucky to live with me. Like I don't rub it in. It
really sucks too being an analyst because I feel like Henry doesn't talk to me the same way as he used to. No.
Well, there's never really been any respect given for
I still
analysts,
respect you guys. Like, yeah, sure,
we do the dirty work.
You come in here, you do the job just to kind of fill the time up and get things ready. But generally speaking, you're cool guys.
Well, I was trying to feed stats.
I don't mind you.
I was trying to feed you guys stats during EPL.
You did. That was like
through the dashboard.
That was like the nicest thing you ever did.
Yeah,
kind of tried.
Sean, I got this whole station right when I'm doing this tactics timeout stuff for the Pro League thing. I'm at this whole station. I got like 4 screens. I'm cutting my own stuff. I'm like uploading it. I'm like sending stuff. I'm picturing
like Tom Cruise, Tropic Thunder.
Look, mate, I've got a dashboard where I can send the casters like information. So I'm sending them like information throughout the game of like opening kills and like different stat lines and stuff. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah, hard-hitting information.
Yeah. Breaking things down as the game's going. It's good fun.
It's just what the people wanted, actually. More Chad Birchall.
But I think mousesports need to get this one going here.
Oh.
Oh, the shoes are coming off,
Readjustment of the feet here.
Yeah.
A little bit sweaty down there.
It's gone for a curious. I didn't think Sean would go for a bit of a werewolf. I think he just wanted an excuse to take his shirt
feel
off.
like he's going to evolve as the show goes on. He starts seeing patches of hair appear on him, and like eventually just turn into a full werewolf. That'd be pretty cool.
It's crazy what a kid does to you.
Yeah, just brings
All
him.
right, this is a
Chad,
pace
you want
change
to tell us?
about kids. Well, I don't know. I haven't met mine yet.
Well, good luck out there, Jimmy Birchall, wherever you are in the world.
Jimmy.
wherever you may be.
All right, this is just Mouse trying to make some plays. So they got super fast cat control, but they lost Chris J to a blind AWP in middle there.
Yep, back to the game.
This is real fun.
5 on 3 now. Where were we? 8.
I can't wait.
7-1.
I can't wait to get a message from my mum. What this will be fun.
She watching the OG game. She excited for the first.
Well, she was
showing
telling
of
me.
the lineup.
She always knew that Valda had potential, and she wants him to do well.
Yeah, well,
so.
that's fair enough, right? She wants to see if MBK still got it.
Does your mom actually watch?
No,
Mine
my
does.
dad did a little bit when I was playing.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares anymore. Now
There's only so many times you can see your son lose, though, before
Yeah.
it gets a little bit underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Right?
Jesus.
just a bit of light bumpy there, Chad.
that'll be a yellow card.
Yellow card. Fair enough. Fair enough. That was maybe towing the line.
It's the first day. Let him have some of his ego for the rest of the
I'm sorry. That was maybe was it too much. Is that the line?
Yeah.
Saying someone wasn't very good at a game, something like that.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty reasonable. Who just won?
I wanted
OG.
Fifi to be here because you never beat Fifi.
Well, I don't like to answer that question back too often, but I feel like that's not correct information fully.
Well,
But
you never beat Fifi, and I did.
okay, but
Wait, you did?
Yeah, in Source.
Oh, in Source, okay. I was like, not
don't
many
change
people,
the tone like that, Sean. Like it didn't matter.
not many people beat him in CS:GO.
No,
so-
not in CS:GO. I don't think we even played them that much in CS:GO. We
Ever?
didn't really have an option. We may have played them once or twice. The thing is about those guys, because the very first, like Katowice, for example, was the first major. I was at the first major, but we weren't playing.
Flew over as a spec.
No, we played in the BYOC, and our manager put us in the main hall, which for those of you who don't know, DreamHack Winter main hall is literally a rave, and we
It's insane.
couldn't really communicate with each other.
Very loud environment.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. It doesn't matter. That's a thing of the past.
Yeah.
But the Katowice one, which is when all the groundswell hype was around NIP, and they were filming that documentary and stuff. And we were friends with Fnatic. We were like everyone else was
The
like
only
NIP
friends,
fans,
that's
and we were the really only fans
Yeah.
friends with Fnatic. And the NIP guys just seemed like the biggest. Can I swear? Am I
Yeah,
allowed?
yeah, it's fine.
Well,
I think
but
we've
it's
got
America.
too
like,
late for that
if
now.
I say that, yeah, but I've had production in my ears say, please fucking swear. But like Australian swearing is a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, do you want to just run it by me first, maybe?
Well-
what word is it going to sound like?
Bunt cake, probably.
Yeah, Mark Hunt.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. Just don't use it every sentence.
No,
like,
I won't use it.
Only
We'll
when
stay
it's
away from it.
called
No, because
for.
I don't want any parents out there getting too upset because they're offended by words. You know, we want to avoid that. And Sean's
a parent. How do you feel about the word? The big C. Like, you
The
feel like
big
that's fine?
C, I think it's fine.
Yeah? No
Uh,
yellow card? I think a yellow card for it, so you can use it once a day.
I think
it might just get you a yellow card.
JRE really warmed me up to the word a long time ago.
Okay.
But before that, oof, that's not a word you want to say around like the center of the country.
Yeah, not in America. I'm scared in America, right? Because people like look at you like you just killed a baby.
Let's leave it for now, then.
Okay, we'll
we
leave
won't
it for
say
now.
it for now.
But NIP looked like the cockiest hunts, and that you've ever.
That's much better.
Like because they
Very
were focusing so hard on like winning, and the pressure must have been crazy on them, right? But they didn't seem like the most social people. So my initial thoughts of NIP was they were a bunch of dicks, and then obviously meeting them more down the line, they weren't.
They were
such bad
fine in the
guys.
end.
Yeah, after
All
they,
still mates
after
now.
they started to lose, they kind of, came
Yeah.
back down to reality.
A little bit more humbled.
Yeah.
But when they had hamburgers after them,
Those are the high days, right? That's when everything was looking good. The
Yeah,
rockstar
chocolate
lifestyle,
bars.
the $3,000 a month salary was coming through, was looking good. The hamburgers were there. Heady days, man.
The
Different times
money
now.
disappearing.
The money did drain.
Oh, I like this move. I like this mid-round move. Oh, it's great.
Get him!
You love to see it.
The AWP now as well. Ruthless aggression here from Valda. He jumps up and squanders his opponent's chances. Not going to stop
Valdi's
it.
back.
He
This is
looking
one
good.
thing. This is one
He's
thing
looking
that
real
they
good.
won't, the OG won't lack is decisiveness in mid rounds. Right?
Getting stuck in.
They have a lot of players who understand when mid round moves are needed. Whereas like sometimes your aim
That
stars,
was like
right?
perfect, right?
Your aim stars occasionally will just sit and assume that they're going to win these fights. But like if you have so many people who did in-game leading, you're aware of when a situation can be pretty dire and when you need to
That's a
take
good
those kind of
point. Yeah.
risks. So that it comes with the good and the bad.
That's what I like about Valdez. An initiative taker.
Yeah.
When I watch him in the game, especially towards the later stages of the North, where he knew he had to make plays or call for plays to be made as the in-game leader. He didn't really have that during like the early North days, but he's developed into that player.
That was cool. That's a perfect way to play Dust 2, right? Just they've just finished a default off, they're getting the grenades out, and you just throw a couple of flashes around there, just get stuck the fuck in.
It's obviously risky,
like,
right? But if they're
yeah. I mean, if you a full execution, though, like
Yeah.
you know they've got everything in the
Yeah.
kitchen sink being thrown towards the A site, of course you want to get stuck in there. Just deny them even doing that. It might go down to a 3-on-3, but at least you're not having to deal with their set piece.
That's a big opening right there at long.
You do love to see that.
It must have been through the smoke.
Must have been. Oof.
Oh no, he tried to take a duel with the SG. Okay, so he got what he deserved. Oh, there it is.
Oof. How are you at those fading smoke battles?
I don't know how their eyes are so good.
Yeah.
Man. Like I've got old man eyes.
I've never been good at those fading smoke battles.
Okay, jump him crit. There it is. Frozen with a big round there. 3 kills to his name. So Mouse can still salvage this. If you look at the money situation right now, OG are probably going to have to take a bit of a partial buy. So yeah, it could be another 9-6 half here, Henry, as you love to see.
Well, they are the ones we like the most. Not much to talk about, and no one really clearly leading. Leaves a big question mark and a lot of excitement for the second half.
I'm excited to see MIBR with Mayan later. That's one that I want to see a bit of.
Are they going to have a kind of restructure period as well? Do you think they're coming into this tournament fighting, swinging?
Well, I think like because they can be a little bit looser in this tournament with all the factors around all the teams, it's going to play into their kind of skill set as well.
I hope
You're
so.
not dealing with like an Astralis level of structure coming out from anybody or anything like that.
Yeah, we haven't got the
I think
the really heavy hitting disciplined teams there.
it's just the map pool for MIBR seems like fucked. Like
Yeah, it does.
I don't know what they want to play.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like it feels like every best of one they land on Infernos they go to, that just really hasn't been a good map for them
Why
ever.
do they keep playing Inferno?
I feel like it's just like it's because all the good maps they are good at, everyone's just aware of it. They've
Yeah.
got such a small pool, it just ends up there and they just have to play it.
But if they're going to play Inferno, just don't AWP. Just have 5 of you guys right, because I feel like they save
Seaside
so much
offing.
because of the AWPs.
But they need to sort that out.
They played in a best of 1 against Fnatic at DCS.
That's why they're
like,
playing Vertigo now as well. Like they had to just bring Vertigo into their map pool, which looked okay for them. They took down was it 16-14 versus Sharks. They managed to win like in their opening game. Like that was it. Oh, hello. A chance there. But they brought Vertigo into their map pool, but I think they need to get increasing that. They need to get more confident and have better kind of mainstay maps in general.
Like Mirage should be a good map for them with like Fur's aggression, like their mid rounds, the double AWP setup, very very potent. Mirage should be a good map. Train should be a good map. Double AWPs as well. Overpass should be a good map. Those are all maps where they can have one guy a weasel pushing, getting information, being real ratty. They have the 2 AWPs locking down key components, finding opening kills. You could double AWP on T sides of both Train and Overpass if you really wanted to. Especially with how fast Overpass is playing these days. Like, people are so quick taking that sandbag control.
Yeah. See, obviously I don't know this, but I would imagine being like Fallen and Fur and having been, the most dominant Mirage team in the world years back, like you probably still want to keep some of those things, even though they're out of meta. Like you think in your head, this worked for us. We were the #1 team in the world running these setups, this style, and it doesn't benefit you. So that it's kind of like unfortunate that they were the best team in the world on that map a long time ago.
Yeah. What do you think about the map change? Like, let's say Mirage goes out, which would seem like the most likely. Do you think they'll just bring in Keish?
I think so.
You
I
think?
feel like that's the logical step, right? They've just remade the map. Valve are kind of behind it as well, putting it in
It kind of bores me, though.
I haven't even played the new one yet, to be honest with you.
I haven't played it much.
So the A side is the biggest change, right? Like the
Yeah.
mid window is not a huge thing. Like it adds more room for mid round, but it's still not the hugest thing in the world. I just think that I like Vertigo coming in because it's so different.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
And because we have so many more tournaments and so many more games, we need the diversity to come through the map itself, because once things get figured out, oh, this could be huge, Nathan.
Oh, that's a nice second
That
frag.
is well done. I watched like all these phase demos going into Udensa, right? And like
They are rough right now.
Brokey plays like I watched their B defense. Brokey goes, he throws a Molotov every time to stop the rush. Then he plays car every round. That's what he does every single round. And then Cold Zero either lingers mid or then comes through window. Like a lot of their tendencies at the start, they open almost every single round the same way, right? And it's good because you can lock all their protocols to lock down rushes are great. That's fine. But once you get isolated, and once people know that, they can punish that kind of stuff. Same with like Taco, for example, on B. He throws the smoke instead of the molly, so
Yeah.
teams know that they can explode through that smoke if they can put a little bit of distraction early mid. This is the micro game, I guess.
Final round of the first half here of our second map here at day one of CS Summit 5. All the numbers, all the information, and so far so good for OG on the second map here. Remember, they're 2 separate best of ones. Correct? Am I wrong there?
Yes.
That's
2
right.
separate best of ones. Yeah.
All right. Seems like we didn't need to understand the format completely. We had a few question marks here, but that is confirmed. So $1,500 on the line each and every time.
Yes. Well, let me just read the format out for you one more
Well,
time,
just
Henry.
just in a broad
for
stroke
the
to be
newer
fine.
viewers at home. 6 teams, round robin best of 2 groups into a 4-team single elimination best of 3 bracket on the final day. The bottom 2 teams after the group stage will be eliminated. Top 4 will advance, and each game in the round robin stage is worth $1,500
$1,500
per map.
That was like
And-
first place back when we were playing.
Yeah, that's actually true. I remember some of the woeful prizes won over the years. That's humbling almost. Well, here we go, final round. Not looking good for OG on this retake, but there could be a slight flying woman here. MBK with the drive-by with the Krieg, leaving us in a very precarious
Lots of utility,
situation.
lots of nades.
Not the best weapon. Guessing in the Krieg
So
somewhere.
Molotov back of plat, maybe HE big box, and a couple flashes. Or just pick.
I think he knows where both players are, no?
Mantu now.
Who knows one's car.
Needed to hit that one. That was the opening. Grenade. Looking good.
Don't hate it.
Ultimately, going to be a 10-5 half there. mousesports having a little bit of a resurgence. It looked like it was going to be a very underwhelming first half from them.
17
But
kills for Volder.
17. He was looking very good, wasn't he? Valda looked fantastic. Can he keep it up for the second half, though? You're going to have to find out after this break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second map between these 2 teams, mousesports and OG. On the CT side, OG, you've managed to use successful, assertive play there. Good reactions to compromised positions and managing to get a great performance out of Valde as well. Looking good here on Dust 2. Chad, so far, you gave them a 5 out of 10 to kick things off in the first map. They're probably about a 7 or 8 right now, right?
Yeah, look, mousesports with quite a brazen start. They were very quick. They were losing a lot of opening kills across the map, and then towards the end, they kind of
how much
changed
damage just got
their
inflicted?
styles. But
What?
they tried to face me.
They must
two of
have
them
done,
tried to face me. There, Carrigan and Nato being
Hasn't
put
gone
back
well.
in their box. That's for sure.
You don't like to see
But
that.
I just want to say thank you to all the viewers tuning into this one, and not the rehashed version of Astralis beating Liquid yet again. So
It's not a replay.
Do not adjust your sets.
No, it's the same teams playing against each other, probably on the same maps, just on a different country.
Same
So,
outcome.
Same outcome. But now we have new teams for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Brand new
So,
teams.
Yeah, fresh. Carrigan on low HP, still picking up a kill here onto Alexi, but the trade will come on out, and he's just going to equal
That's
this
going to
one
be the
up.
queue. Off we go. And
Ooh.
nice work. 15 HP as well.
And
It's a very
reserve
important
play.
frag.
Well, not going to matter too much, it seems. Anyway, good try.
Can you smell it?
I can't smell it right now. It's like the oven's not even on.
Okay, well, give him a second,
He
mate.
hasn't even chopped the wood there.
Yeah, he's preheating. He's reading the recipe right now.
It's a gas oven.
No,
Why is he chopping wood?
this is a log lit stove. Let me tell you.
Well, he's got a diffuse kit right now, Henry.
You got to
Can
stoke
smell
the
it?
fire.
Can you
You got to
smell
make
it?
sure there's
Can
an
you smell it?
opportunity.
Face him. Do it. Give Rops the kills. Come on. Come on.
Come
on.
Challenge him.
Come on. He's got a kid.
Challenge him
Let
for
him
one
have
more.
this.
Getting a
Fight
bit
him.
worried.
Yeah,
now.
stay there in mid long.
There was a moment. There was a slight gap. Bit of wiggle room.
Everyone's showing up for OG right now.
This is a star-studded roster. This is what it's all about. A lot of money flying around in this project, Sean. You've got to make sure that everyone's
Is there?
pulling their weight.
Let's
You'd imagine
let's
so.
not forget what Alexi V
There
turned
must
down.
be a lot of money in here.
Do you-
Yeah, exactly. Remember you read
Remember what Alexi V turned down?
Yeah.
1 milli over 2 years.
But he turned it down because he turned it down because he didn't want to go to North
Yeah,
America.
but I'm just saying the money's
That's
still
how
strong.
much
Yours kind
people
of saying there
don't
must
wanna
not
live
be
here.
that much money being exchanged here. There's a lot of money
I
flying around
can
there
guarantee you that he would have easily taken probably 10K less to not go to North
That's the
America.
Chad Virtual guarantee.
Mate, fuck living in this country.
Sean, thoughts? Thoughts?
We gave this man a career. We put him on the map.
Hold up a second. I got juked into it by
CGS.
by Monte
with-
Cristo.
With CGS.
yeah.
CGS.
You know how that one went? I
The
woke
Vegas
up.
hotels.
The Vegas hotels.
Yeah, they're living in literal fucking hell. You imagine waking up one day and the website's changed.
Very loose word of the word literal there.
Yeah. You ever, well, yeah, maybe a little bit. But look, you ever wake up one day, Henry,
Yeah.
you know how this feels. You ever
Go
wake
on.
up one day and the website's changed and you've been made redundant?
But I don't think that's America's fault necessarily.
Yeah, let's blame America. Whose fault was the recession? America.
I don't want to point
You've seen the movies. You've seen the movies.
I've seen them.
We've done a lot for you, Chad. We've literally brought religion into your life in Texas and California now.
That's
from what I've
I
heard.
joined a church yesterday, everybody.
Yup.
Did join a church.
He
More
joined a
of a
church.
cult, I think it seemed like at the time. But
I'm pushing what they got, so.
and you can check Chad's personal Twitter feeds now, and he'll be kind of pumping that information and propaganda out momentarily. So
Yeah, believe in whatever you want.
that's what he's been saying. Ooh, Deagles now.
That's a big opening.
Oh, that Molotov.
There's no one on the A bomb site right now. Well, Carrigan's going to rotate over just in time, but if he loses this duel, that's the round.
With the
Scary
FAMAS.
duel.
He needs to be
Very scary
real
duel.
safe
He's,
here.
he's doing well though.
Oh!
Defensive lines, that's not bad at all. Doing some damage.
Oh, he's
let's
Carrigan!
go! Have you ever seen anything like it? It's going to be the Mac 10 to hopefully close
Okay.
things out here, but pulling
Okay.
things back. The Desert Eagles won't give up. They're unrelenting. And now we just have one player left. Valda, known to be deadly with the Desert Eagle, but the flames elude him this time. Carrigan saving the day there, chaps.
Really did a lot of work.
Oof.
I don't think people understand. If
Wasn't an easy fight.
If he goes down in that situation, that's the round.
Yeah.
Like, just
Cement
back it up.
shoes. He was just
Just
holding
back it up.
that ang.
That was a lot of fun.
We need more of that.
We do need a lot more of that. I'm interested. Let's see whether OG, after getting the pistol success there, and able to
Take a
close things
save.
out, they're going to take the full save. You're right there. So just CZs, P250s, no Desert Eagles this time. A couple of Glocks running the mix as well. Shouldn't be too much of an interesting round. So send in your questions as well. If you want to ask Sean Gers or Chad Birchall, any question you like, send it to me on Twitter.
If you
Try not
guys-
to tag them because I don't want them to be spoiled. So send me the questions at HenryGCSGO. That's HENRY.
Oh, also, just quickly,
CSGO.
if you guys have any opinions that you want stolen and not referenced, just tweet them my way as well.
Or put them on Reddit first, and Chad will just find and sift
Yeah.
through the information there.
Yeah. So any opinions that you have that you want stolen, just send them my way.
Any questions you've got, send them my way, and I'll ask them to Sean, and he'll have to answer them, unfortunately.
Yep.
So anything you want.
Anything. Right. CS, fatherhood.
Politics.
I'll
Politics.
probably have some fatherhood questions for you soon.
Oh, dear. Well, back to
Some
the games.
people in Katowice told me a couple things.
Bloody hell.
It's getting hot in here now. Check out the AC situation. I've got to go. Let's move on. So, double orb setup here. Boost towards lower B, firing off the shot pretty much means you have to reposition if no kill comes through. The grenade's being exchanged now, and we're seeing a lot of this
Ooh,
these
this
days,
was
Chad.
quick.
Mid
But
commitments.
through lower. They're not so brazen as down mid, but the mid to B will come in early. And
Oh.
What's out? Looking
doesn't
good. Not
What?
quite. Little gap there. He puts it through the letterbox, and it's Chris J. And we'll get them a 5 versus 3 lead. We've got Robs alive as well.
he needs to
looks
live.
very
He just needs to
comfortable.
live.
Just
He
live,
just
Robs.
live.
That's all
Oh,
you have
he's
to
done
do.
more than enough.
That's great. Now he can just buy the time with the flashbangs. A perfect flash.
I'm loving
as well.
it.
Off you go.
I'm loving
Get
it.
him out of here. mousesports back online here.
Do you remember when Rops first came into mousesports, Henry?
Oh,
we
yes.
were doing a Pro League season.
That's right.
And I was on it was in the old Cologne studio.
Oh, way back when.
Yeah, and I could just like join the Go TV and I literally just watched him. Like I just watched
Yeah.
the kid like join because
This is when he came fresh out of FPL,
yeah,
right?
like the way that he was so thorough as
Who was
a
the
player.
lineup? Was Oscar on the team?
Wow, we're going right back, aren't we? Maybe. I don't recall. That
I
was
don't
like
remember who was on the team.
that
It
was
was
forever
was
ago.
Sonny, right? Sonny was on the team.
they were. It must have been. I was watching them play
Sonny,
Cobblestone.
Chris J, obviously. Was Nico on the team?
Who would have been in game
No,
leading?
Nico wouldn't have been on the team.
Who was in game leading?
Got Halvor behind you, so the encyclopedia of CS. Let's ask him.
Yeah.
Halvor, what you got? Can't hear him. You have to
Yeah.
shout a little bit louder. Can you just go in that mic a second?
Yeah, just
Just come in. Just help
just
us
want
out.
like a bit of a PSA for everybody at home.
What do you think to do your strange kind of brain that has to somehow keep every bit of information?
I don't know
going?
who was in game leading.
Is this on though?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
Is it
it's
right?
on.
Okay, you guys can hear me. Yeah, no. Rob's his initial team with mousesports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been with Chris J as in-game leader, right?
No, because Chris J took it over later, didn't he? So they would have had somebody actually in game leading.
Well, that was Kerrigan initially. Then it went to face.
Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna Google.
Wait,
it.
no.
Nico was in game.
Well,
leading.
yeah, Nico
But I
was
don't
there,
think
but
when
Nico left
Rops-
to.
When Rops was there, right?
but
So
he
this would
wasn't
have been
there.
in 2017, right? Actually, I'll look it up
Hold
just
up a
to.
second.
Was Dennis
Double
on the team back then?
Rops joins mouse
Yeah.
sports.
Yeah, 2017.
That was at the last
Wasn't
time,
it
right?
2016?
So Nico bailed, right?
April 2017.
Truly riveting content.
No, so, yeah. Here's the thing.
All right.
Just what I
Robs,
want to hear in the first big
Robs,
game for OG.
Oscar.
Go
Robs,
on.
Oscar, Lau, Dennis, Chris J.
Oh yeah, Chris J. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Chad, you happy with that?
Not really.
No?
Oh.
Pretty
Well,
shit roster, wasn't it?
Back to
Um,
the action now.
Anyway.
But yes, he was very good.
Yes.
Right,
From the beginning.
right when he entered.
It's funny to see like the back.
Was that what that was all about? He,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was just good. All
Yeah,
right.
it was pretty
Point
good.
proven.
Yeah. Got there in the end. He was good. So, partial buy here now. Did they save the creep in the previous, or did they buy up into this one?
He has $50 left
Okay,
in the
so
bank.
that answers that. So, the hero play now. Grenades. James Bond is more of like a solo.
gonna
sort of-
Gonna be rough
Individual.
getting this guy out goose.
That grenade now. Going to miss
Oh,
the
that
wide
flash.
shirt.
Brutal. Okay.
Oh.
And they've actually got a bit of space here. Not for long.
Bit of
Working
an
the org.
overcommit.
Yeah. Had the clean farm down there. And now still a chance, I suppose, of the creep.
They already had the gun, so it is a bit of a... Well, if Sean wants to see more wide swinging, that's what you're going to get with all the wide swinging.
So,
Oh, you can see Chris J just ready for this, but doesn't quite nail the shot now. But still, the T's starting to drop. That Deagle has to do some serious work at this point. The AK-47 delivering some damage, but now painted into a corner. 3 versus 1. What's able to be done here? Rolling back the years. Alexi B unable to close things out, though.
Rolling-
Decent effort.
Rolling back to the
last
start
year. The start of this year.
Start of 2019 now.
Rolling back the year. As we'll see the defuse come in, no problem whatsoever. And it's going to be double digits for mousesports. That big lead OG had. Sean said this was a top 5 team on our hands here, and so far, not looking too good.
Oh, dear.
Top 5 after
Yeah,
seeing one
really
map.
big call from Sean.
Big, massive call. Odds now starting to shift. Not in the favour you'd like to see for the new squad. 2.6 plays 1.4 from the bookmakers Betway. So, Chad, this is the big round. You've got to say this is indicative of who
Probably
we're
the
taking
biggest round of the whole game, actually,
Yeah.
Henry.
This is
Until
it
we
now.
get to the next round, where it will just be another
OG,
gun round.
need to post something here in the second half.
That's a leg shot, isn't it?
We'll take it.
Their balls on Mantu. He's not afraid to flash himself and then repeat.
How old is he?
I think he's 24.
24.
22?
Okay, so not 22.
I'm making stuff
22, yeah.
All right. Yeah, Chad just throws up random numbers there. 18, 25, 21, 16.
bingo.
Yeah, full house.
All right, boys. All right, let me bring up the 22.
22. Do you know much about him, Halvor?
Yeah, I used to play for alternate attacks. He used to play in this.
Here we go. This is the guy we needed
Yeah,
at a
why
time.
do we need to
Why-
do
a
this
real
stuff?
analyst, someone who does the homework. Let's give us the info here, Halvor.
I mean, Menta used to play with like this old. I think they were called Panthers, which is like a super weird mix of nationalities. You had like Dude in there in that team as well.
Okay.
I played with that for a long, long time. And they were like at best a team that would make it to, let's say, last stage of open qualifiers before the
not
close
watching
qualifier
that
stages.
shit.
Yeah, I've got no time for that going on, have we?
Mate,
Yeah.
I could play in that level. Of
It says he's got a British flag. Is he actually British?
It's like British Polish mix.
That's
you
what I
know,
thought
that,
it was.
that
Like,
thing,
like
yeah.
Hudson.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Shout
yeah,
out to Hudson.
played
Yeah.
for alternate attacks most recently. With,
Do you rate him?
Chris-
Decent?
I thought it was a super surprising pickup because like one thing is like
That's because they ran out of
Oh,
money.
Well, they tried to pick up. What's his
Yumpy.
name? Yep.
Yumpy, yeah.
But he's back there.
That would have been a sick pickup, but obviously, like, you had the entire ordeal with
Yeah.
the
Well, we don't
back
know if
issues
that's
in
whole
back
2013
situation going on.
or whatever.
How
when
do
he
we
was,
not
like,
have
2 years old.
confirmation of that?
Because Valve don't have to tell us, I guess.
They
And
might tell like the player, or they might just not get back to the player.
I feel
at
like
all.
he would know. He personally
He would know because he cheated, or maybe cheated. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know if he
Character
cheated.
assassination
I don't
here.
know. I'm just saying.
Straight down the throat there.
Not
Hold
even
up a
playing
second.
Mafia
I'm
yet.
just saying he would know
If he had
if he
or had not cheated.
Yes, he would know.
Only he would know.
Only
really.
he would know.
Or his,
I'm
or
not-
his cousin on his Steam account.
Yes,
Who knows?
yes. Or
That
his-
sometimes can get used.
Or his brother.
The brother, the cousin. It's normally what you go for.
This is not an easy retake.
That's the go-to options there, really.
Can you smell it?
Oh, I might be able to smell it this time. Rob's not going to connect, though, and it will be finally some rounds on the board here for OG. It's to close things out. The AK-47 coming down to the 1-on-1, though. We said that was a big round. 24 kills for Valda, by the way. Still lighting it up at the very top of
Their
the
money's not
mousesports
great,
side. We
though.
are going to have Rops. Money isn't great on either side of the equation. Sean, your eyesight's probably better than mine. Can you give us a bit of a roundup of the cash situation? I can't see a single number, I'll be honest with you. You have to really squint the eyes at that point.
I got it. Mouse can probably scrape together a buy if they really want. We can get orbs out.
We're going to have full buys.
Whereas for OG, there has to be a gun dropped across to
I don't have much give on this cable
That's
either.
all right, Henry. I've got it covered.
We're good.
They
We
should
got full buys.
They should be able to get full buys, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had to know.
This is super important.
A couple of emissions, but nothing too crazy.
Well,
What's the spawns? No long spawns. Ooh, we got some decent B spawns.
Howard's giving me the extra foot there. Oh, that's so liberating, actually.
Can we get the next crew to come through in some kind of a costume theme? And
Yes,
give us like
yeah. We need something better than this. I've come in my pajamas today.
Well, you've come in damp clothes.
I came in damp pajamas, yeah.
I've come
Not my best.
I've come as if I'm doing prop shifting behind the set.
Just trying to keep yourself in the background.
Yeah, I didn't want it. You know, you got to wear all black if you're working behind the camera.
And lycanthropy taking place in the form of Sean Gares, he's slowly turning into a werewolf.
Yeah.
There, so
I
it's all kicking off.
I saw Chad's feed. I tried to.
You're inspired. You're like, that's a real man right there.
Yeah.
Give me those hairy feet.
Okay, so this is where mousesports have to potentially go for one of those mid-round moves that we saw OG doing. Oh, dear.
Oh, what a flash.
Wait, hold up. Frozen in pit. They're not going to expect this one. He can just wait this one out.
Yeah, that position on the corner, you wouldn't think.
not.
Yeah, you wouldn't think anyone would be there. This is big. Frozen, what have you got for me? It's looking ice cold, Chad. As we'll see a couple of kills come through. Not quite the 3K.
No, but it's still possible. It's still on the cards. And what he's done is he's allowed the rotation to come in from his teammates. So if we take a look towards the top left of the screen, Henry, you can see the pincer now coming in.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
They've had enough.
Oh, dear. 1v1.
Orp on Orp action,
Bomb
down.
It's the new boy versus the stand-in.
Oh, this is actually a great storyline here. Who will come out on top?
Oh, he's giving him the bomb.
No way.
Totally.
Oh, he's maybe overthinking this one.
No, I don't mind it. I don't hate it because Mantu's going to spend a long time trying to get the bomb, right? He's going to probably burn another 5 to 10 seconds here before he picks this one up. You can't be super brazen about it knowing NATO has the AWP. And he's going to rotate
He
around.
can go towards A now.
He has to go towards A. So
That's
here's
not
the thing.
A bad shout at all. He's gone towards crossover. So this is all
No
down to this
smoke for
point.
the cross.
No smoke, but it's a difficult shot, Sean.
It is a difficult
No one's
shot.
saying it's
and
an easy
Mantu's
one.
going
Is
to
he gonna
know
jump
that
on
he
the
wasn't
car?
playing the bomb. He has to know this.
Oh, he's hit it.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's fluffed it.
That was well done by NATO.
That was
really.
very well done.
That was.
Yeah, if he hit that
Yeah.
cleanly, it would have been better, but he
Tossed a
still won the
couple
round.
jiggles.
So now this is where if you're OG, you might want to try something a little bit fast-paced. Knowing that it came down to a 1v1, both teams' economy is what we would call in the bin.
Yeah.
We even would have bin juice. Now, I know bin juice quite well. I used to work in a supermarket, and you were dealing with quite the disgusting
All sorts of different
leftover-
fluids. Bodily fluids.
Yep.
Waste fluids.
Yep. Oh, we could tell some...
Oh, the storage you could
There's
tell
so many
from the
stories.
stockroom.
Yeah, mainly about that produce. mainly about that produce fridge. You don't want.
Yeah,
you don't
I
wanna
know
what
exactly what went down in there. Let
went
me
down
tell you.
in there.
A lot of different things. A lot of different things exchanged.
Okay.
And we'll see the UMP come through with the bullets.
So we're learning right now how OG want to do their default. They're just going to have one player like top mid, and they're going to send the majority of their numbers through tunnels to take mid control through there, assuming that the CTs are playing a 2-3, so locking down long and B. But if mousesports do what they just did then, pushing the lower, that's going to give them early information.
Well, let's
a
see
bad
whether
death.
this is round 4. Mousesports to tie things up. It has not been the best second half in the wall bang. Not quite coming through here. The HP
Ooh.
so low on the T side. We'll see if there's anything left now to be said, as they still have a minute on the clock. They are going to finish up towards B. The bomb is down in a very precarious spot here, Chad. 1 minute remaining.
There's no rush on this one.
There
though.
really isn't. You can take your time with it, but the flashbang being delivered, smoke to Nivage, they're going to push through this.
But the thing is, I think they don't want them to establish the post plant on the B bomb site, but they surely must be aware that they're lit, right? They have to have an idea that this damage was done.
I don't know. Dude.
Oh, the spam. Going for it, not quite.
Oh.
Very patient play here from Mousesports, liking this.
I don't like
That's
any
a
of the
left eye
deaths.
peek from Issa right there.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Woo!
Can we reel that one
wasn't
back?
bad. Slow it down.
Put it in slow-mo. That's probably
One
one
at
of
a
the,
time.
that's probably one of the best 1v2s I've seen all year.
That one right there?
Yeah.
That was it?
Well, I've seen...
Oh, there was one that was... There's been a few good 1v2s over the
yeah,
years, you know, but...
A couple good 1v2s I've seen.
There could be like an award ceremony at some point, I think, for all the good rounds.
I'll see what I
this
can.
year.
I'll see what I can do. Maybe we can organize something for this.
What's
one.
the immediate nominations, though? Obviously, Frankie's 1v2 versus Trace and somebody.
It's up
Well,
there.
no, that was a joke. Like, come on. Like, if we're talking serious ones, here, we're obviously talking
Probably
about
the
like
device
the
one.
device 1v3.
I think we're looking for 1v2s here, Chad.
Oh, if we're just doing 1v2s, then I don't know. We're gonna have to really hit the archives.
Oh, the archives might be rewritten at this
Oh,
point. The
dear.
Desert Eagles are fighting back now. 3 versus 3. OG have got somewhat of a lead here, but this
Wait a minute.
advantage for the CT. The Scout doing great work here. Frozen had a fantastic showing on Dust 2. He's taken enough aggro from top and middle as well. AK's been found in the back. It's up to Robs, but he has been detected and shut down here. Lots of damage being thrown around here. And the CTs, I think they've got this one.
The stand-in, he's doing it again! Can you believe it?
I can now. It's all up in the air. 13-12. OG found their way back into this map.
Two
It's
big
all
rounds
crumbling
from
around
NATO.
them.
2 big NATO rounds.
Yeah.
If you want to pick up, ladies and gentlemen, he's
Currently,
21 and 14.
he's currently free. He doesn't have a buyout.
Free.
Pick him
Young,
up for
single.
free.
Big brand.
Yeah.
Creates YouTube content.
Big YouTube following.
You know, and when he gets knocked out of the tournaments early, you can sell him to the tournament organizer to work on the desk.
It's actually, yeah.
Yeah, because he's done some.
It's a great business model he's got there.
Think about it.
He's a jack of all trades, making sure he can do it all.
Master of none.
Well, at this point, another tactical timeout. Just to remind everyone, this is a separate best of one to the first one we saw before. Still $1,500 on the line. And so far, OG looking like they had this one all tied up. But mousesports slowly but surely presenting the stranglehold, getting back into it, and now winning with the
Strangle
CZs.
what, sorry?
Stranglehold.
Oh, sorry,
No, nothing like that.
poked my interest.
Yes. Well, we'll see now if this is where OG can find similar success with a great setup as the
Okay.
Scout comes through. MBK, known to be a sniper back in the day, will be opening things up.
Remember NBK with the jump scout?
Yeah, dude, that was unreal. Like
Jesus.
him and Chris J, ironically
That
enough,
was
open
so
the server
annoying.
right now. Like that was actually those two like were unreal with the Scout. Like it was broken to the point.
Chad, do you remember the jump scout?
Yeah, I loved it.
It was his favorite.
It was one of my, it was a really good addition to the game.
Totally forgot about that era.
Oh, he's not going to miss these, is he? Oh, well, there will be at least a little bit of an answer back here, but nicely held by Frozen. He's getting himself a boatload of frags at this point. Just a Scout remaining. MBK open things up. He'll have to close it down as well, but down to just 4 points of HP. I feel like he might be done here. Now 2. The grenade just tickling him somewhat. They're throwing everything they've got at him.
I've just had a question come in thick and hot for Sean Gares.
Go on.
Sean, why have Cloud9 made the absolute worst roster decisions ever out of any organization in 2019?
Was that exactly how it was worded?
Well, I just made that question up in my brain,
Okay.
so I thought,
It really does feel like they just kind of mailed it in, right?
But they've literally made the worst roster decisions. that
Well,
I've
talk
ever
us through
seen.
it. Why do you feel like
How far back do we want to go?
We have to go pretty far back. We almost have to go to like the Face It major.
We got to go back to like when Slemmy joined.
Oh, no. 'Cause then they won a major.
yeah, exactly.
We have to go
we
at
had
least
to go
after.
after that when they,
Yeah.
No.
lots of things
Yeah.
happen. Yeah. What's Slemmy doing these days? You keeping up with him?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You
I'm
keeping up
not.
with Slemmy?
I haven't spoke to him in a while, actually. No, he's a nice man.
I
I do
know.
like
I've
him.
never played with Slimmy, but I've heard he's a really good guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Very nice
Long
dude.
story short, the Cloud9 team is dead. It's just Mixwell. So,
It's all done.
Who apparently isn't going to be,
in the team. Because they're just going to buy ATK.
yeah.
Not a bad shout, actually. Sonic
Really
looks
You
not.
just,
pretty
need,
good.
you just need stable lineups these days.
Yeah,
You don't want to
yeah.
invest millions of dollars building a 5-man roster.
Yeah, like
this.
OG have just done, I guess.
Well, so they still might win a map, Chad. So don't discount them just yet.
no, I thought it was just
There might be a
funny,
map
I thought it was just a funny
ATK
juxtaposition.
ATK looked pretty decent.
yeah, I actually like that.
But they're like,
Yeah.
I worry about them being like a one-trick pony. You know how those teams rock up and no one.
Once they get studied,
Exactly.
they're cooked.
That's like that's happened
I'm a
to so
little
many
worried
teams,
about that
right?
as well, yeah.
So many teams.
Now, I'm
that's
not
happened
saying
to.
it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's a high
Yeah,
probability.
it could happen as soon as you get the attention.
So
you start
6
showing
months
you're
down the
decent.
road, Gen G or Cloud9, if they have ATK, who's better?
Oh, definitely Cloud9.
This ATK lineup is
Look
better
at this
than
Genji roster. What the fuck are they doing?
Go on.
that. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't just set yourself up like that. And don't push it out.
Okay, well they just got the.
I'm not catching the ball off that one.
Well,
That's a hot pass.
the Cloud9 team didn't work, right? And Daps has said that he didn't have the motivation to continue building teams, and yet he's going to do it again.
Sure.
And if they want
It's
to get
not the best setup. I'll
no,
give
it's
you
not.
that.
And if you want to get Ben Tet on the team, there's probably, unless I know Cloud9 have much better lawyers than Renegades, but like Renegades couldn't get Ben Tet because like it's a very difficult thing to get a player from Indonesia to get a bloody P1 visa in the United States.
Yeah, it's not an
And we
easy
don't want to talk
challenge.
about politics, so we
No.
won't.
Well, this is a huge round here, and it's going to have to be the quick scope not connecting. mousesports taking the lead at this point. Can you believe it?
I can actually.
You can believe it?
Yeah.
Well, it's with the stand-in, and it's making it work. Nada Sapix survives.
He's had some
gets
big
another
rounds.
day. He has. How many kills he got? 20-something? 23?
There you go. He's at the top of the scoreboard.
That's a great... Remember, he is young, free, single, and available for all teams. So
He
if you
might
wanna
have
pick him up,
he might have a girlfriend. I
no,
don't
but he's got
know.
no strings. He's not married, right?
Oh,
He can.
okay.
You want him anywhere in the world? He can fly that tomorrow.
How do you feel about that though? Like, you know, when you fill out forms and like,
Sure.
like let's say you're in a long committed a long
Hypothetically, sure.
let's just say
Yeah.
and on the form, unless you're married, your option is single. I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
Well-
so not
Oh,
everybody.
you want like
who's-
an in-between phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, look, we've had a couple of dates.
Well,
we're not
no,
really sure where we're
because
going with
You
this
want
one.
that like Facebook box that says it's complicated.
it's complicated.
Oh, it's just because in 2019, how many
Yeah.
people are getting married?
Well, to be honest with you, Chad, there's a lot of new ideas out there. Who says monogamy is the only way forward? What about polygamy? Why is that not an option
Well,
these days?
you know how
you
I'm
know?
open to anything, Henry. So
I'm just saying, like,
Chad,
if you're going to open up
join
the
it.
floodgates, you've got to have all the options.
Chad,
there.
I mean,
joined the
Utah's
cult
not
yesterday,
that far
so-
away.
Sorry?
Utah's not that far away.
No, it's not. That's a good point.
I didn't join a cult. I joined a church.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
No,
And
did you say
Not
so, Chad?
similar at all,
I'm
really.
just- well, I wanted to say that. I'm just trying to work out whether that was fine or not. But it seems like it is. Anything goes.
Oh, he's heard it. He's heard the nade landing in the boots of Alexi B, and the damage will be done here as
This is a
short
huge
control
round.
will be battled on back. Look at this.
This is a big kill. Now Frozen, he gets one.
Oh.
It'll be
Oh.
enough! But the swing's coming through,
you
back
don't
and
love
forth.
it.
It's awkward. OG
Oh.
scraping this round together, but they've taken so much damage for it. This is it now. Alexi B, though, put himself in a one-and-done position. That's fine considering the situation. Luckily, the all follow things through, nailing it. That's going to be Chris J,
He
known
should
to be a
save.
dap hand
He
with the
should save.
AWP.
He should save. He should
And he
save.
should save here. I think you might be right. Low HP, AWP, money. Back and forth here, but OG will tie things up at 14-14. Took everything they had in the tank at that point.
That AWP's better than the Dragon Law. You all can fuck
Is that
off.
one of the new ones
Yep.
or not?
Yeah.
I have no
The
idea.
Dragon Law is ugly.
Yeah, but it's not about the way it looks.
Yeah.
People wear. Look at what clothes people wear these days. As long as it costs a
could've
lot of.
gone so
I
many
was about
places
to
with that.
jump in there.
You could have got so many places.
I was about to say, you know, like people just like to spend money on things. As long as it's expensive, that's
Yeah,
all
like
they really
us.
care about. It's about the status. That's all they really
How's
worry
that
about.
knife you bought the other day, Henry?
I did buy a new knife, but that was
Set the context.
but-
How,
of,
how much did you spend, Henry?
it was a brand new classic knife. It was factory new.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
there's no skin on it. It's like the OG skin. It's like the Source and 1.6 knife.
Yep.
And I-
1.6.
I don't. Let's not get into that right now.
All right.
It was it was £500.
£500.
But
Jesus.
it wasn't a status thing. It was nostalgic
an
for
investment.
me. Yeah, that's gonna look at that price go up in the next couple of years,
Sean,
Chad. I know how to spot a good
Sean,
bargain.
we landed from Denmark at 2:30 p.m.
Oh, this was a mobile buy.
No, this was while we were home playing video games
Oh, okay.
for the span of probably 8 hours.
Yeah.
Then we had to leave at 4 a.m. the next day, and Henry got maybe about, how many games do you think we played? 6 games?
Yeah, something like that.
6 games of the knife. So,
Yeah,
But-
everyone respected the
That's
knife.
steady.
but in January we're gonna have a whole month of playing. So,
And a lot of skins will be purchased.
a lot
So
of
let me
skins
tell
will
you.
be
You
purchased.
want to sponsor
We-
me with skins? Let me know. Oh, what's happened there?
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
First technical issue of
hold
the
up.
day.
Let me get Graham Pitt on the phone.
Is he here?
I don't know. We'll have to get him out of retirement right now to see if he can give us a couple of bits of information on what's going down here.
Thumbs up or down?
But with the round restart coming in, I assume no damage was done. This one probably shouldn't take too long. It is at 14-14. We do call this crunch time
Yep.
for those of you playing at home.
It's a time where you should be praying on both teams. We spoke about church. We have a sinner here joining us on the couch. Trace Donasaranthus.
Here he comes.
Here he is.
He can't speak at the moment. Oh, here he goes.
Hello, does this thing work?
Maybe put the mic a little bit closer to your mouth. I know
Yeah,
it's
there
your
we
first
go.
time.
Okay.
There we go.
Yes, nice. Hey guys, just won a sweepstakes. Found myself on the sofa. Thanks for having me. A big fan of yours, Henry G.
What's your name again? Sorry.
It's not important. I'm just a big fan of yours.
Okay, man. Well, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Try and keep it quiet over there. A couple of the adults trying to just work things out here. We're trying to analyze this play. Have you heard of these guys before?
So this is mousesports and this a team called OG.
Yeah. Are you familiar with them at all? Or?
I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Okay.
And in this situation, yeah, absolutely.
There's a couple of situations this weekend.
Situationships even.
Come on, guys. This is a serious point of the game.
I'm
If we
trying
could
to
get some
focus.
concentration
I'm
over
trying to
it,
work things
yeah.
out. I'm just trying to watch what's happening here on the screen, and it's a double up setup on the CT side. Mousesports now looking to steal this one away. OG had it in the bag, it felt like. They just had to tie it all up, put the bow on. And
Well,
at
it
this
is
point,
Christmas time, so
Whoa.
maybe they haven't finished their shopping just yet.
I hope you have, Chad, because the house looked pretty bare when I left. No presents for me.
The maids in there this week.
Oh, Christmas is overrated. Anyway, moving forward.
Anyway, not that.
Trey's not a fan of Christmas.
More of that.
And we'll see the Molotovs exchange now. OG giving up a key
Yeah.
frag here in a
This
key
is the mid-rounds, Henry.
situation.
This
Yes,
is the
and what's the
mid-rounds.
reaction now from the T side? Will they go straight to the mid-split, which seems to be the go-to call at these points, or a contact B play? Always gets me a little bit scared.
So is that'd be Rop's close B
Yeah,
with the
with an
UMP right now. So the player over towards doors, which I believe would be Chris J, has to do a bit of baiting for him.
if they
when
do
this
the
comes
little
in.
dribble smoke towards B, though, he's going to thrive.
He
that
will
UMP.
thrive in that. That should be 2 to his name. But it depends on how much attention they can keep off of Chris J here. That
It's
Molotov.
smoke.
That's a good molly.
Oh, that's great
Oh,
for
it's
him.
so
This is
good for
perfect
Robs. With the UMP in hand as well.
There it is!
Here he comes. We said a double kill was available. Not quite going to find it, though, Chad.
All the trades.
30 seconds coming through, and it's a chance here.
It's a B retake. We don't see many of these.
With an MP9 and an AWP combo. Not great. Not
Carrigan
ideal.
can scavenge a rifle towards spawn, though. There was a couple kills in the fray towards mid to B, and there's 2 flashes there, but they only have 1 defuse kit in place. So the big question mark is here, are they playing for overtime, or... Oh, he's going to set up a poppy here. This is all on the stand in again of NATO. Can he do it one more time? The flash comes over. Through window he goes. Fights early. A little bit flurried. Carrigan will find a kill. And there it is.
Oh, boy.
Woo. mousesports.
You can hear him yelling.
They're a little bit excited about that one.
Feeling it.
Feeling groovy. Looking groovy.
You have to compensate. So, like, you yell extra loud so they can hear you through the walls now. You know?
You guys can thank me for this because I provided Frozen with that keyboard, 26 frags.
Yeah.
So
7
just so everybody
assists.
knows, that's a Sean Gares hates OG. That's a SEANGAIS.
At sign of the A.
Not an OG fan, giving equipment to mousesports and not OG.
Yeah, he denied it to the OG guys for some reason. It was
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
awkward.
Bit of a
Said-
fair weather
Very
fan because he was
shameful,
like,
really.
he was saying what, OG top 5, top 3.
Yeah, as soon as they started losing, he's like, oh,
Changes
you
his
know what?
mind.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
quick.
not really sold on this.
Not really convinced.
The rattiest man in
Yeah.
esports strikes again. So
Well, not even
Basically-
esports, I would say. Like, because
Just the
bigger,
world.
bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a
I mean,
think
Sean
there.
did win a game of Rat
you should have
yesterday.
heard what
Did.
Sean was saying about
I did want to
climate
give him a
change.
rat outside.
You've never been beaten a rat before.
I've never been beaten a rat.
Undefeated.
You know, I really thought you guys were cool. I thought this was gonna be a fun weekend.
Nope. It all starts
Claws
now.
are out already.
Claws.
Oh, don't say that. We'll get me in the mood.
They can still bounce back. They got the opening.
Yeah, well, there it is.
kill. It's a 4v4 situation.
Overtime is played.
Not
it
a lot
requires.
of utility across the board for both teams. Only 1 diffuse kit in play. A scout
Scout.
as an emission. So this
Yes.
is doable. All the spawn
Is it
drop
a scout on A
here.
ramp?
Has
It is.
Nato
Oh,
heard it? He
he
hasn't
doesn't
heard it.
They don't.
Oh!
No!
Oh my God!
He has no idea. Get a pistol out, bro.
What's going on?
Get
your pistol out.
Oh, let's go! He's looking to close things here. He keeps it in the scout shots. He refuses to give up 3 versus 2 as Carrigan sneaks into position here. Up against the AWP, already low HP as well. Couple of bullets in his general direction to close things out. But he does fire off the bullet there. I think we're all done.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be 1 player remaining. It's the young boy trying to step it up, and it's not going to happen. It will be 2-0 there for mousesports with the stand-in who delivered on all fronts there, Chad. NATO Suffix, top fragger, and manages to close things out with the scout there.
Yeah, some big points coming in there for mousesports to kick things off. Riding the high from Uvensa. Sure, Woxic not here, but NATO delivering in a fashion. That's 3,000 smackaroos in the bank account for those 2 victories right there. And OG, well, you wanted the scoring card. I think we'll give him a 7 for their
A
performance
7,
here on
which is
Saturday.
a respectable 7,
A
though, right?
respectable 7.
They had a decent CT side, right? That's where they actually looked like they were compelling. Where
Yeah.
they all came together. They got themselves a 10-5 half. It was Valdo was leaving the charge as you'd expect with those reactive plays and shutting down any sort of default prospects. That was good. But the second half, T side didn't really work out for them. What was that behind? What was the reason?
I don't know. I was thinking we could send over the machine to the stand-up to break.
Yeah, he's got the demos ready.
Yeah, I
the clips
think so,
there.
Yeah.
Do we have that capability? Oh, he's not here.
The weatherman.
Oh, he's
around, he's around.
He's getting food.
He's getting
Getting
of course.
food.
Oh, boy, it's for food.
I don't know. Alex,
It's
what's
like
for
sandwiches.
lunch? Oh.
It's not the best.
Oh.
It's not the best.
Oh.
It's not. It's not. Yeah, it works.
Hello.
Hi. What's
Hey,
what's
that's
the food?
nice.
So it's a little disappointing.
What do you mean? It looks good.
Looks pretty good to me.
No, I mean it's okay. I've made it work.
Oh, that's a mushroom.
Wow.
Salads
Straight up
and
mushroom.
Hello,
sandwiches.
Nato Savix is here.
NATO, welcome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
come
hey,
come here. Sit down.
Get your type 5, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, come and have a chat.
to play the next match as well, right? Okay.
Yeah, but it's going to take half an hour for the next team to set up. You
Yeah,
have
you're
time.
good. You're
Don't worry
good. You're
about
good.
it. All right.
Here he comes.
Well,
There you
Trace
go.
just left his shoes. No, they're Sean's shoes.
That's
aren't they?
Sean's shoes.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
How was that? Looked like you had a lot of fun
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was good, right?
Had some
Last round
important
was-
rounds.
That last round
Yeah.
was pretty nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you hear the guy dropping down towards city spawn? It looked like you didn't. Yeah, you heard him. It's just a lot. There was a lot going on at the time.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even hear them running up, on the A side.
Yeah.
So I think it was actually Frozen that said one drop down CT as well.
Yeah, you tagged him and then they saved you from CT, right?
Character
You were
saver,
just
yeah.
about to be taken down.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was perfect.
That was a nice 1v1 you had, too.
Yeah. That
Thank
was
you.
really
With
smooth.
Mantu.
But I should have killed him on
You
the
should
first
have.
shot.
We said
You hit
that. It
him.
would have looked
You hit
much
him.
nicer.
Well,
if
yeah,
you-
exactly.
You
Yeah.
tagged him on the first bullet, though.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
tagged him.
Yeah. I was actually quite impressed with hitting the second bullet, though. I thought that was kind of a hard shot. Like single zoom, he was jumping across, a lot of pressure and all that, but yeah.
And then with the CZ on the flank as well, the top mid round where Robs pushed doors.
That's
he
true,
died,
yeah. Oh, yeah,
and
that
one
was
as well.
also-
So you had a
yeah.
lot of impact in that second half.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
How's the vibe? Everyone happy?
I mean, yeah, everyone happy.
Yeah?
It's good. I mean,
What's it like playing with Kerrigan?
yeah, it's amazing. Like, I've been wanting to play with that guy for so many years now, and finally I get the chance. Like, it's just different playing with a team like mousesports,
Yeah.
They're all really good, but also, just from the beginning, I felt sort of welcome,
Okay.
Sure.
I felt like they believe in me, and that everyone is keen to just drop me the orb or put me in the good positions, and
yeah.
even some positions that I'm not so happy to play, then you just say, okay, then we just do this instead.
Yeah.
And this
So
guy
you haven't been forced just to play
It's-
Vox 6 roles in general. They've allowed you to kind of move things
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, but I've actually asked to be playing box 6 roles on all
Okay,
match
you
because I want
to
to.
fit in.
Yeah, I want them
Sure.
to be comfortable because
Yeah.
Okay.
those 4 players, they are all like some of the best in the world, obviously. So
Yeah.
as long as I can keep them happy and them playing well, then we can go far in the tournament. So
Sure.
yeah,
I remember that's very different from what you were talking about in Heroic. I feel like in Heroic you were like shifted around a lot in your
Yeah.
roles.
Yeah.
Especially at the end, you were doing a lot of stuff you typically don't do, especially compared to this game.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I was playing, I was playing
supportable.
entry fragger T side, and then I was also like playing, for example, ramp on nuke and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was like way different. Playing apps on Inferno, something where that's an area of the map you never see as an orb.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're used to playing mid,
Yeah.
playing banana, but you never see apps. So it was way different, yeah, and it was tough. I was, switching from the orb after 1 month, and then going to like Isatex roles, and then after 1 more month after that, I switched to all of Stown's roles. So I was like, yeah,
All
but-
over the place.
yeah. But now this is way easier. I've got teammates that like I feel really believe in me, and
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's just fun. It's a
Feels
lot of
good to
fun.
be back on the servers.
Definitely 5 months.
Yeah,
without gaming.
what did you do in
Crazy.
that downtime? What were you doing in terms of your individual level? How were you trying to maintain things? Was it just like playing pugs, or you actually had some other teams you were marking for? What were you doing?
Just playing pugs.
Yeah.
Playing FPL mostly,
Sure.
and I've been playing a lot of deathmatch. Like the guys obviously are quite exhausted from all of the traveling and all
Sure.
that, so they went on sightseeing yesterday. I decided to stay in the practice room and just play deathmatch for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then when
This is a
Kerrigan
big
arrived,
It's working out.
This is a big opportunity for you, right? You want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
show
yeah.
your best,
Yeah,
and like
yep, exactly.
first couple of maps, they're really impressive. Like you really
Yeah,
lit it
thank
up
you,
on
thank
Dust
you.
too.
Yeah.
I thought that was a
But
great show.
What
was
do
good.
what do you want to seek out here? Do you care what opportunity comes your way, or like would you move anywhere that
Would you move to NA?
I would move anywhere, yeah. As long
Okay.
as it's an offer I feel like... I mean, in EU, I would take an offer where I feel like it's one that I believe in and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But in NA, it would need to be sort of an offer I can't refuse,
Sure. So the
What about,
money
like,
needs to be quite
Oceanic
sweet.
region.
yeah, it's more like...
Mate,
Straight in there, imported.
yeah, there's no
minute.
point moving that area.
Get them in a Renegades.
But that's the thing. So right now, like, there's a lot of organizations within the North American region that need teams, right? And
Yeah.
that's something which I think the problem is that there's a lot of those orgs don't have people who actually know what they're looking for or know
Yeah.
what they need to be looking for.
They just
right?
need to put a team down
Yeah.
with big names in it that delivers a lot of hype. Just at this point, just feels it just to kind of have a team in place and say, right, we've got the building blocks here. I'm not really sure where it's going to go, but we'll find out eventually. We'll have to change accordingly.
And for those who aren't aware, you're a very malleable player, right? You've already done a lot of things in your short career of being a professional. Like you're somebody who will pick up the slack if needed, or you could even take over like different roles within it. Obviously, you have things that you'd prefer to do.
yeah.
But when it comes to getting your foot back in the door, it's one of those things. I think this is the thing with a lot of pro players as well, who have like gotten quite high up in their career, and then they've like taken a break, and then when they've come back, they've realized, oh shit, like it's difficult to get back to the level, right? So
Minus Flusha.
minus
Sure.
Joshua, who
He just came back. It was better than before. So
It's
it's
crazy, right? It's
like
like-
it looked insane.
It's so wild how he's so good, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird time for Counter-Strike right now, especially going into
It's one of the most
2020.
unpredictable times, I think.
Yeah,
Like in
it
terms
is.
of, especially even what's on the server, what's happening outside of these new teams that haven't even been tested as 5 names as thrown together and just hoping for the best. Like a lot of money being thrown around as well. Like
That's a good question. What did you guys as a team do going into this game? Obviously, you're not part of the team, so you were just trying to work out how you were going to fit in and what strats they needed to do and stuff. But was there much talk about what to expect from OG, or
don't have
just go
demos
in
or
and do
anything.
whatever?
We don't have any
Yeah.
like analysis or anything on them because they never played. In terms of like warming up and like getting into it. For me it's kind of difficult because I didn't play for 5 months, but we didn't even have a single practice game because they have such a tight schedule.
Just worked out the theory.
We like Kerrigan. He came to me yesterday. I think we were talking like 3 or 4 hours, just talking about like the maps that we're gonna play. And then afterwards, he said you should watch these 3 demos.
Yeah.
Only watched 2 of them. Slacking on that.
Wow.
But I wanted to
At
see.
Shout out to the game leader.
He's honest. He's honest.
No, but I wanted to get the sleep instead. I feel like that's more important. So I got the 8 hours, really important thing, and then it's just just try to do my best. Everyone did like such a good job that it was really easy for me to feel welcome and play. So
Yeah,
How much
right off
of-
the bat, you got that 2K, right?
On pistol round,
pistol.
yeah.
That
that was also
forget.
actually
It's a
kind of
good
nice.
start, yeah.
it was.
Well, there it is.
How much of a heads up do you have, like, from them asking you until you were on a plane, which is like pretty much same day kind of a thing, or
No.
a couple of days before?
Actually, I knew it like 10 or 12 days before. So
Alright,
it's
so
been
like
really
during
hard to
Pro League
keep a
finals.
secret.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I was sporting the mousesports check and everything. Like I was just there.
Dropping hints.
Yeah,
subtly
exactly. But
everywhere.
no one got it.
Uh,
I mean, I don't blame them,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, there we have it. Thank you so much for... Oh, hold on a second. Chad, before I wrap this one up, can you read this one out, please, in the best British accent you can?
I can no, I can't. I can't give it a British.
Go
I'm
on,
just
give it a
gonna
go.
read it out.
All right.
Yeah,
No
the
fun.
Australian accent is a British accent, but better. Anyway, thank you to our sponsors. Monster for keeping us energized. Sennheiser, the premium gaming audio provider. XPG, our official keyboard sponsor. And Betway, the betting sponsor for CS Summit 5. So big thank you to them for making this all possible.
Well, that was the first series done and dusted there. It's going to be 2-0 for mousesports. Thank you so much, Fernando, for joining us on the sofa here. We'll be back with the next game.
Enthusiasm.
Round of applause
Yeah,
now.
we love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Well, if you want more of this energy,
the
you have to come
break.
back after this break.